sin saber el grupo cuarto, que ya me imagino que esto ya es la zona ya en concreto. Emilia Ray. Esta es mi madre. Hombre, Emilia Ray no... sí, sigo yo. Si consigo que estos gente sobrevivan, fíjate, hostia, es que se ha vuelto. Es que literalmente me he cargado el pilar y se han caído todos. Pero todos toditos. Madre mía, cómo han muerto todos. Es que sin madre mía, ello. Ha sido que se muera este, que hubiese sabido eso antes, no hubiese matado a este, me hubiese cargado a todos. Es que no tengo oportunidad de cargarme todavía gente que quería cargarme. Joder, macho. No lo sabía que esto iba a pasar así, Me ha puteado, sobre todo en esta parte me ha puteado. Porque estos dos los dejé. Y alguno más de aquí los dejé también aparte. Candon Bares. Este no había conocido todavía. Me han puteado porque este tenía buenas armas. Fíjate. Menos todavía tengo estos dos. Este. Todavía esto. Bueno. Y tenía nivel 33 y me han puesto nivel 32 otra vez los cabrones.
¿Ya has tirado todas las ciudades que te mandaron?
Todas no. Te me llevas a tener la gaba entera. Que te me llevas a tener la gaba entera. ¿Cómo voy a acabar los varios días? Me quedo con la locomotora. ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué estás haciendo?
Mira aquí, ¿esto qué es? ¿Un dibujo aquí?
Claro. Eso es una hoja. Es el tatuaje de una personaje. Luego decide el orden. Pero yo bien quiero ordenar mis juegos. Yo ordeno lo que me interesa. Ya lo he dicho siempre. ¿Dónde está la tía esta? Estaba aquí arriba. Pero es que encima... Me hace gracia a ver qué nivel tiene. Voy a intentar ver si puedo tirar. Joder, no puedo robar, no. Espera. Para leer sobre la mujer más inspiradora. En la vida muerta, en la tinieblas, la luz y tú le vas a la luz. Bram Stoker, ¿no? Sobre el tema de la película. Interesante. Muy interesante. Sería gracioso encontrar a Drácula, debo decirlo. Soy yo. Ya que aquí existe el vampiro. Moriría encontrarte a Drácula, Las cosas como son,
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the...
Sorry to...
Of course.
Dame el papito.
Yes.
Are you true?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or do you...
I know not, Jonathan. I have...
When all of this is over...
Traveling is always so complicated.
Will you tell...
One of them, perhaps.
Joder, ¿esta cuánto
Do you know if the
tendrá?
epidemic...
I confess I've been more concerned by events...
But this is no...
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days. But the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent. Much like her mother.
Jaja, este tío es muy gracioso. Es muy gracioso y a la vez misterioso, tío.
Good.
Bueno, ya he conseguido hablar de lo que tenía que hablar con esta tía. Wow. Voy. Charlines. Yo te robo Charlines. Oh, papi. Algún día podré cargarme la... Dile persona a ver. Vale, ya ves. Pues yo no... Un momento. ¿Me estás diciendo de verdad que tiene una hija de verdad? Ojo. Ojo, que eso no me lo esperaba de verdad, ¿Qué tipo de aventura más buena ha tenido?
Ver, tirón. Esto es como cuando fui yo a Barcelona. Fue con la camiseta de la Policía Nacional Española. Con la banderita de España, esto que tiene la camiseta. Qué grande. Arriba España. ¡Llaman a la policía! ¡Me están matando! Ya, tío, Ibrahim, me da mucha pena y yo por ahí, tú que no juega nada. Y como lo saca para 2 minutos de mierda, para eso no lo saque, joder.
Es que paso, esos son los típicos minutos de los chavales estos que tienen 16 años, 18 en la cantera, que así debuten y que encima es que por debutar esos 2 minutos ganan la liga. No sé, cosas así. Eso es verdad. Por jugar ya son simples 2 minutos y ya ganan la liga. Bueno, tengo que ir después ya más tarde al hospital. Pero entonces, esta parte por sí en sí. Esta parte es en sí la zona. Y yo porque esta hora no me lo puedo encontrar. Vaya putada el tema este. Creo que voy a avanzar más tiempos el juego porque que he avanzado un par de misiones más para así poder, pues no sé, pues conseguir el sangre. ¿Puedo entrar a una casita? Quiero entrar a una casa. El consanguíneo. Madre mía. ¿Cómo está aquí la cosa? ¿Cómo está aquí la cosa, hermano? No digo nada, pero está aquí la cosa bastante fea. Está la cosa bastante fea. Ojo que sé, no me puedo subir por aquí. Yo aún sigo el concepto del vampirismo aquí. Me lo sigo sin entender. Tengo la idea de pasar a algún sitio, pero para mí. Hay hecho un escondite por acá. Bueno, parece que tengo que ir por aquí. Tío, pues se han cargado así como. Pero es que el eco me va a atacar. ¿Pero por qué me atacas? Que soy uno de los tuyos encima, soy uno de los tuyos. Ahora he caído, no he puesto... En verano es cierto, y no he puesto barrera de sangre. Yo me voy a poner sable, ¿no? Si me tiene un ataque, tiene que ser algo bastante rápido. Madre mía, cómo está aquí el panorama, Está aquí el panorama bastante feo, Las cosas como son. Madre mía, hermano. Madre mía. Joder. ¿Quién está ahí? Y se están atacando entre aquí. Es una batalla campal. Literalmente es una campaña. Está en una batalla campal, menos.
No, this one ain't on our list.
Well, that's one less anyway. We'll make them kind of happy.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
¿Pero quién coño está? Es que ha perturbado.
It's locked, all right.
Yo esta tía me está tomando las pelotas un poco. Me toca la pelota de que tenía un nivel mayor y me va a bajar el nivel porque le han salido los huevos al juego. Tiene un 33, las cosas como son. No sé si me lo ha bajado por algún motivo, aunque me ha recuperado la experiencia. Esto me lo voy a cargar. Y su uso la estabilidad. Bueno, por lo que veo que ahora con los enemigos actuales de esta zona podré encontrar más objetos para poder mejorar mis armas. Algo es algo, ¿verdad? Pero esta zona está bastante fea, tío. No sé, me da bastante el rollo. ¿De dónde me ha traído, padre? ¿En dónde?
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Hay que recuperar sangre. ¿Dónde está el otro? Uf. Es que encima estos son Scar más evolucionados. Ven para acá, perrito.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
You Londoners are no match for me!
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I think I'm fine.
You don't have to worry.
I am Tadao Kimura.
You're not going to die now.
It seems that I...
Goodbye.
tardado. Tío, pues no quería usar esa habilidad. Supuestamente por aquí hay un escondite. Oh, la mansión de los reyes. Esta es mi casa. Oh, ¿por qué debo encontrar? ¿Qué? Poco charline. Hombre, el daño es importante. Pero... Uy. Esto aún le queda... Es que tengo eficaz diminuta. Vale. Esto es un 145. Entonces me interesa más el sable. Vale. Empeñadora... Aquí ya me falta contra 6. Joder, esto es bastante petadito. Y esto también ya está bien. 35 aturdimientos en 35. Pero a ver si encuentro ya algo, ¿no? Porque esto llega a sofren de sangre. Una guadaña. Tiene mucha energía y un poca velocidad de ataque. Entonces aquí son los gatillos que puedo utilizar. Pues sí que hace ataque bueno. Eso es bueno saberlo. Vamos a ver, por la pluma.
I remember Sunday walks in the park. It's locked. Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan, I can't believe...
I know, Avery.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
The police said her body was found...
What is the
For a time, the West End...
Have you no relative?
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I...
I'm sorry.
Your mother was strong, sir.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
How was life in this house while I was away?
It was sad, sir. Miss Mary moved here in July after she lost her baby and husband. So I stayed to serve both her and your mother.
Qué grande es este hombre. Vaya tela.
How was my...
Miss Reed was very frail.
How was...
Miss Mary went out looking for you every night.
What are the arrangements for my...
There will be no funeral, sir.
Where is her...
I'm afraid your mother's body was moved...
Tell me the truth, Avery.
No, sir. I have nowhere else to...
This house is dead, Avery.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often.
You have served this family.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before...
I found an old letter written by...
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th...
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reed was not exactly...
Do you really think I neglect...
Yes.
I see. Well...
Just like your father. You always had this capacity to focus only on what interests you. It surely helped.
Pregunta es si, según los casos de aquí, de haber hecho una cosa u otra, ¿mi madre seguiría viva?
Do you need medical...
I won't...
Thank you.
Who could have done such a... Poor Miss Reed.
Me hace gracia que puedo abrir esta puerta y no puedo abrir la otra. Es curioso que veíamos tan cerca de los frascos, ¿no? Eso es que me hace mucho más gracia. ¿Quién coño estará el que está abajo? Si sigue abajo. Yo decía que había alguien, hombre. ¿Quién coño estará en mi casa? Que no sabe perjudicar a mi hermana o a mi madre.
The Ascalon Club, the heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Un mercado bardo.
Good evening, sir.
I never judge a man by his...
Well, I must admit it's good to receive...
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Well...
How is this...
Life is good.
Are you not...
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would...
I'm afraid...
Well, that's new.
What... Fine.
Oh...
I must...
Really?
Is it not?
On the contrary, it is the
So you prefer to...
Oh, But what? Please.
Do you have an...
Not since my parents died.
Really?
I'm afraid the...
London?
I used that name in my early...
I may have...
Goody.
I may have...
Hostia, ¿le hago pasta? Me queda 10. Coño, pensé que tenía más pasta. Me han dado las cosas, los objetos de esta gente.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampyr.
Wait, no.
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease. What do you think?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home.
Yes.
A small...
You...
Come on, Doctor.
Is there something...
Too much self...
Even if that...
I suppose...
Do you need my...
I am...
Tell me about...
What do you want to know?
Who are your...
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother.
Do you live with...
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion.
How did you...
First, I was an orphan in the...
Did you know she was a vampire when she...
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And...
What are you...
You mean, what do I do outside it?
Actually, yes.
Well, if you must know, I can pay...
How are the locals react?
People here can't...
Explosives are very dangerous.
She is my...
Have you any reason to...
Recently, Emily started...
Let me guess. You...
Oh, that would be top-notch.
Are you a suffragette, then?
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are proper...
No need to convince me.
Really? Oh.
What exactly?
Your name and profession, obviously.
Does it not scare you?
Why should it? My mother is the most...
Yes, you should. I killed...
You can't be sick. Wait.
Glad you found it amusing.
I will, Dr. Reed.
Do you know what...
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question...
Do you ever regret?
Of course not.
Why do you still hope to become a vampire?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me. The world won't improve unless women take charge.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education.
Is it not true of every high position?
Your mother has refused.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same.
It's your mother.
I love my mother.
Does it bother you?
No.
Your mother has walked this earth.
But why shouldn't I be?
Tell me, Charlotte.
I won't give up. You have no...
That's a disturbing answer.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor.
Be careful what...
You wouldn't dare.
How could she suspect me?
Oh, my God.
No, de esta no creo que nos mataría nunca.
Goodbye.
She's been...
Good evening, sir.
Come on,
Clarence.
I almost didn't recognize you either.
When did you escape?
You know what's funny?
I know what you...
Of course.
What is...
I saw terrible...
How is your...
We've spent so much time away from each other.
But you're a...
Believe me,
Is everything...
you forgot what people are like in this...
You need... Good evening. Do you need...
It's a little...
What? You... Do you need...
You...
Good.
Pues no llegamos a nadie, tío.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of her? What
The
happened?
rats!
Miss Billow,
The voice in my...
tell me,
Keep your mouth shut, he said.
do you feel
Yes.
Tell me about...
I'm hungry.
Don't you remember who you...
I was...
What is the...
shadows.
I must...
Mucho más a la vera en la quemadura.
you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then.
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture. It's locked.
Good evening.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She has proved to be helpful on many occasions.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed. But first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept,
Please ask.
What does it mean?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown.
Do you have...
No.
Am I
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am it.
What is the...
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn...
What does
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George. Glory...
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours. Sent to cleanse the East End of Old Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
It's quite...
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon...
May I ask?
Why would you...
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room...
Ah. Vampire senses.
Are you a member?
Yes, I am. And I have been for...
What can you...
It's not really my place.
Are you...
Personally, I consider my...
Are you not afraid?
Sir, it's for that very reason.
Is not the nature of this club a...
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years.
So you...
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries.
What can you...
I would not dare speak of our
Mr. Dawson. Of Dawson and Dawson.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson?
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What do you know about this?
I should not say this, but I admire...
But they are...
They are not my...
Would you help me?
No. There is a time for such method.
What is this?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten...
Money cannot solve every problem.
You're right. Money is...
What is your...
Quarantine... I am glad...
Are you not...
Why do you... I'm sure you have more important things to do. An old man like myself.
Went well, did it?
You have them.
I was.
So why...
Straight to the point again.
I'm listening.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know...
Not personally, but I...
Does it bother you that I consider...
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner work...
You a spy?
Not personally. I rarely leave.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No. He was a Volcod. All muscle and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scowls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scowls.
I have met peaceful...
Scowls are hideous, shameful.
So?
I want you to investigate the city...
And how would you...
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed.
We'll talk later, Dr. Reed.
How...
I have all... You made... William Marshall was a vampire. Is this some sort of joke? Wait. Could he...
he be my maker?
That would be joyful news, for it would mean he still walks among us. But alas, the great knight has left this world for good.
Why is his blood?
He was simply the greatest defender of the realm we have ever known. I fought by his side at the Battle of Preston, and he made me his progeny following the fight.
What can you tell me?
It's a major concern, and
I have already met Geoffrey McCullum.
the Guard's current successful recruitment.
I see. So with...
Exactly. Once we have put the epidemic...
What about the risk of a full-scale attack here?
That is exactly why so many of our number of...
May I ask you about the mortal who attended my initiation?
A member of the club does not normally ask.
So he really is a man?
Indeed. Only the most eminent members are allowed to attend such...
But Mr. Dawson is more...
Aloysius Dawson is a man of his word.
Goodbye.
Godspeed.
Goodbye.
Welcome to the Ascalon.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire. Good evening. I'm
A few days ago, I spotted a strange...
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys.
Good... Good evening. Yeah?
Got it?
You... Thank you.
They have a
I may...
Women of all countries unite!
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
No civilians allowed, sir. I'll kill you! Best run along home. Leech spotted! Watch out! Oh, Christ! Die, vermin! Filthy fucking will send you to hell!
It's locked, all right. A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing. It's locked.
It's elite! Kill it! Watch it!
Grail. I need someone who can read this.
pensar muy bien.
I had almost forgotten I applied for a position at Pembroke. It was so long ago.
Sí. Bueno. Ya completado lo que quería completar.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after. This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage. He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture.
Una mascarilla como la de un
Great actress!
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent!
Vamos a darme educación, que vas mal a tu familia.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution? So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Goody. It's a plate. I may.
Me queda una para hacer esto, güey.
Hello?
Jonathan.
Thank you, Vina.
I was going to bed.
I'm sure you can...
Of course you made. But you're always welcome here. But at this hour of night?
It's a pleasure to...
So you return from the...
How is the...
Probably outside.
How have you been?
I've done my duty.
I understand.
Yes.
Have you not...
You mean...
Thank you.
I wish...
There's no...
No,
Why is my...
it's more an unexpected...
Venus. What?
Everyone laughs at...
They could...
Perhaps...
It's locked, all right.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in. Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Some blood. I should follow the trail.
are you?
I could ask you this.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and
I intend to do so very soon.
A young woman killed?
And who?
I am Jacques Michel.
Your friend?
I was born in France, sir, but I...
Dear cousin.
We could be of the same blood, my dear.
What are you...
I recently decided to...
You take...
I have been at...
What do you take? I followed.
Oh, you're referring to...
So you admit you...
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only...
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but... I must admit...
And then...
The body rejected my blood.
I believe you.
Oh, Emily was her name.
Yes.
And so can you.
Good evening. You need...
All countries unite!
Good evening.
And
I can
help.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire.
My mother told me many times about the risks of...
No, the risk is real.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my...
She's been quite...
Hello, Venus.
Head. Nothing but always welcome here.
Y luego ni se preguntó dónde coño estaba.
What did... Always welcome.
I cannot enter. So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher. Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.
Bueno, a ver si ahora consigo completar todas las armas. Digo de lo mejor. De tiro. Pero cuanto más fuerte sea el arma, mejor. Así que tú.
must be on your way. Over there! There's one of them! Vermin! It's one of them!
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Stupid beast!
There's an open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that.
Woe to you, nations of miracles. For in front of you stands the tall queen. You can but lower your head.
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
burn and die. And be queen again. In front of you stands the tall queen. You can but lower your head, fit only to smirk at her soiled feet. Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die, for that was her final wish. Woe unto I summon thee, my children of the... Ha! 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 On guard! Touché, sir. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she whose beauty was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? Your blood will be mine! My children, my beloved, die for the love of me. I smell your fear. You... Touché, sir.
servants!
Avenge me! Wait. I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me, yes.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said...
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher. The greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
McCullum.
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat. You and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now. The West End should be safe now. But London is not. It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research during the Great Hunt. It's locked, all right. These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
So Doris just needed to be close to her audience to infect them. Contagion through skin. Very disturbing. It's locked.
Esta cajita es la que echa el otro. Me da las claves y quiero echar un vistazo de cómo funciona eso. Porque después estamos ya a 11 de julio. Cuando te das cuenta, estamos en septiembre.
What are you?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear.
But it's you who insisted I join.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practic... We'll talk...
I know we're facing a crisis, but I'm shocked no one took the time to clean up the mess inside the club since we were attacked.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance.
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
I did my best.
The important thing is, we won.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of
diplomatic mission.
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
As you wish, my lord.
Good. Now go.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to...
Before I...
All right.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least.
Does he know I'm...
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
How would you like...
Don't worry. Aloysius has had...
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will great...
Is there any...
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here.
So it's a temporary...
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're coming.
Goodbye, Lord.
Understood.
Good.
Perhaps we should change some of the club's rules if we survive all of this. We need to soften some of our...
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson. To make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage, and only capable of creating skulls.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already.
What would happen if I...
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to...
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, my...
Please.
As long... Goodbye.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him. I cannot enter. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood. I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
It's locked.
Show me your power, newborn! I will... No one can hide from Ascalon!
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. Miss Teasdale.
How do you know?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to...
So my father really was looking after...
I'm afraid so, miss.
I suppose my jailer also killed my...
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse. Where...
I must find my father's body.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. This is despicable. Good evening, Miss Price.
Dr. Reed.
Good to see you.
Oh, yes.
What?
I am help.
Why?
Oh, no.
I'm sure.
I do the best.
What can you...
I don't speak to many people. Except...
What can you tell...
Some of...
Have you...
No.
Does he not...
No.
Do you need...
Oh, please.
Don't.
Thank you.
Do you...
Oh, yeah.
No.
Do you... Do you enjoy what...
Oh, yeah.
Have
Yeah,
what?
he said...
Good.
I am sorry, I can't help you. Perhaps you should...
Good evening.
Doctor...
Oh.
Look, I'm still... Don't get... I'm taking...
But should...
Why would she... Other... Have you not...
So you're...
Something...
What?
She does...
You...
Maybe...
Do you...
No,
but is...
that was before...
May I...
It's always a...
I hope you can stay a little long. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're...
I'm conducting...
And who are...
I'm Doctor...
I'm Detective...
I'm here...
Then we have...
What?
I'm the one... We but...
What?
I'm not going to just...
Haven't I told...
All right.
What he...
I told...
Do what?
Yeah.
What am...
I know.
Why are you...
Criminal.
No.
All right.
What?
Criminal.
No.
All right.
What he...
I can't...
Tell me...
She's a waitress. Her father...
Do you have any...
No.
Tell me...
Mr.
Where was he...
Mr.
Tell me all you...
I'm not even...
How could...
That's my... Who does...
What a...
Look...
Goodbye, Detective.
Goodbye.
Good evening, sir.
Dr. Reed?
Is there any...
No, it's...
I think...
That's all.
I'm afraid... Tell me...
We are waiting.
And why?
Because we need...
Why do you want to...
I'm not...
Can you...
As you like.
Please.
Do you like...
I know...
Yes.
But what if we...
Do we ever...
And...
I stopped...
But...
Does it really matter?
Tell me...
I just... I really can't answer that question.
And why is...
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance.
But why would you need...
Well...
What?
I've...
Goodbye. It's locked, all right.
Cards never lie, but they are never... Jonathan Reed.
I beg your pardon.
Of course you do.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood.
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's.
The card?
Yes, they...
What? So you...
Oh.
No. Read you... Tell me. Some...
God.
Did they... Do you want your...
If you ever...
It was... What do you make?
Edgar.
Can you... Yes, I am.
It will cost...
Here.
The Joker. A woman... I told you.
Is it...
Vamp...
All right.
Your car...
I would... How is it...
Vamp...
Of course.
It was a... What was the problem?
Who?
That's...
So you're...
Once a...
How...
Swansea...
Suffer...
True.
Can you
put the money? Hit the snake.
Can you read
Put them
here?
Ah.
Goodbye.
I rarely. The song in the dark, the whispers of a star. So many signs.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, please.
That's all you...
Well, is it not? I am...
May I...
Odd.
You...
From what What? It's the why because I said I am. May I? What he's is that all? Pericles. The more, but what I don't know. Have you a trap? At least. What is the problem? Tell me. I can't. Is that the? Yes, I think. And it's better. I'm a you. If you are happy, such a that would mean. What you should ask them. Good.
Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of déjà vu when I talk to you?
Goodbye, Mr. Baker. Good evening.
Paragon. If that's for the time. But is.
And what?
Paragon.
And where?
In a place.
Tell
I would be.
Go on.
Where should
this is
not men killing. Yes. Some. That's quite.
Miss.
Really?
What? What?
I've.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
It's locked. I cannot enter. Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know...
I can assure you I'm as informed...
Believe me, there is a huge difference between Reed...
Oh my God, man, stop your whining.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege or some such...
You'll need to feed on warm blood.
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
What do you know?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or...
Let's move...
Please, I'm cold.
But first, before you...
That's a rather impertinent question, Doctor.
Answer me all the same.
To save London, I will finance the most efficient...
Who gave you the right to decide the...
My money. My money and my...
You really plan to build a quarantine wall?
Yes, it will be tall...
Let
this...
By do...
Come...
Quarantine is not a bad idea.
As long as the right people are...
What if that...
But the...
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity. And a man at peace.
Is it done, Dr. Reed?
I'm afraid Mr. Dawson finally...
What do you mean? What? This is unacceptable.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed.
This is an outrage beyond words.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadows.
Yes, go, traitor, and take...
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do not dare show yourself again, you or that monstrosity you bring to my door.
Meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon.
Old Bridget.
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She said...
Did anyone see you?
Who said I took the streets?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of...
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise...
Lady Ashbury in the sewers?
She said she was your friend.
Lady Ashbury?
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Wait, slow down.
I'm listening.
Where is...
She said she will go home.
Where is...
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
How did Elizabeth...
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell.
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths, truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull.
Because I used to know him quite well, and he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
No time to lose.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Yes.
Is this still unknown to her?